A single Spanish civilian with absolutely no military training successfully convinced Adolf Hitler that the D-Day landings in Normandy were nothing but a massive trick. But the German high command did not just fall for a simple rumor. They paid this man a massive fortune to fund an army of 27 spies who did not even exist. His name was Juan Pujol Garcia, a former chicken farmer who despised fascism and decided he had to do something about it. At the start of World War II, Pujol approached British intelligence offering to spy for them, but they bluntly rejected him. Undeterred, he realized that the only way to get the Allies to trust him was to first infiltrate the German intelligence service, the WWII. Pujol traveled to Lisbon and began writing detailed, highly convincing reports about life inside Britain, despite never having set foot on British soil. He relied entirely on a tourist guidebook, a map of England, railway timetables, and his own wild imagination. He made massive blunders, like reporting that Glaswegians would do anything for a liter of wine, completely unaware of Scottish drinking habits. Amazingly, the German intelligence officers believed every single word, mistaking his fictional descriptions for elite espionage. To explain how he was gathering so much information, Pujol told his German handlers that he was recruiting sub-agents across the British Isles. This was the birth of his Phantom Network, a complex web of imaginary characters with detailed backstories and distinct personalities. He invented a travel agent, a Swiss businessman, a venomous anti-British Venezuelan, and even a volunteer in the British Home Guard. Each of these imaginary spies had their own unique writing style, which Pujol meticulously forged in his letters to Lisbon. When the British MI5 finally intercepted these letters, they realized a genius was at work and immediately brought Pujol to London. Codenamed Garbo because his handlers thought he was the greatest actor in the world, Pujol began working for the Double Cross Committee. His fictional network grew to 27 agents, sending a constant stream of manufactured intelligence back to Germany. But keeping this massive lie alive required a terrifying level of mental acrobatics from Pujol and his British handler. If one of his fake agents was spotted in a place they should not be, Pujol had to invent elaborate cover stories on the spot. When one of his imaginary spies was supposed to deliver vital information but could not, Pujol simply reported that the man had tragically died. The Germans were so moved by this fictional agent's death that they actually sent a pension to his imaginary widow. All of this elaborate theater was building toward a single, decisive moment in human history, the invasion of Normandy. The Allies knew that if the German army concentrated its forces in Normandy, the D-Day landings would end in a bloody disaster. To prevent this, the Allies launched Operation Fortitude, a massive deception campaign to convince Hitler that the real invasion would target Pas-de-Calais. Pujol was the absolute centerpiece of this operation, tasked with delivering the final, convincing blow to the German high command. In the early hours of June 6, 1944, as Allied troops hit the beaches, Pujol began transmitting a highly urgent message. He warned his German handlers that the Normandy landings were merely a diversion designed to draw German troops away from the real target. To build absolute trust, Pujol intentionally sent this warning just slightly too late for the Germans to act on it. This brilliant move proved to the Germans that Pujol had access to the highest level of Allied plans, yet kept his cover perfectly intact. The deception was so masterfully executed that Adolf Hitler himself ordered the elite German panzer divisions to remain in Pas-de-Calais. For 7 critical weeks, those tanks waited for an invasion that would never come, while the Allies secured their foothold in France. Military historians agree that without Pujol's massive web of lies, the D-Day landings might have failed entirely, changing the outcome of the war. In one of the most bizarre ironies of the entire war, the Germans were so grateful for Pujol's false information that they awarded him the Iron Cross. Just a few months later, King George VI quietly awarded him the Member of the Order of the British Empire for his heroic service. Pujol became the only person in history to receive prestigious military honors from both the Allies and the Axis powers during World War II. Fearing revenge from surviving Nazi fanatics after the war, Pujol staged his own death in Angola with the help of MI5. He fled to Venezuela, where he lived in complete obscurity running a small bookstore and a souvenir shop for decades. His own children grew up having absolutely no idea that their quiet, unassuming father was the mastermind who saved D-Day. It was not until 40 years later that a persistent British historian finally tracked him down and revealed his survival to the world. Juan Pujol Garcia proved that the most powerful weapon in the greatest conflict in human history was not a bomb or a tank, but the sheer power of human imagination.